Take my hand and hold it tight. Look at the paintings, I'll be your guide. Don't stop looking in my eyes.
Hey you guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a really quick, hopefully quick video showing you guys my current everyday winter makeup routine. The only thing that is not kind of everyday is the eyeshadow. Well, it is a little bit, but I might spice it up a bit for this video. I thought about doing a party makeup tutorial instead, but I did already film a winter smoky eye, and I didn't know if you guys wanted two tutorials for like fancy makeup. So we are doing everyday makeup today, and I also want to bring up this sweater. It is so soft. It has this like fur neckline, except I feel like it looks like a neck brace a little bit, but it's really comfy, and I had to throw it on for this video because I want it to be extra comfy today. Hope you guys have been enjoying the 12 days of Christmas, and let's go ahead and get started. I have been getting these really weird, like painful pimples on my upper lip. Like suddenly I had like 1, 2, 3. They're like kind of gone now. They're just like scars right now, but they were so painful, and I don't know why those suddenly appeared or why I got them. I don't normally get like pimples here. It's usually like on my cheek. This is like my problem area right there, and like here as well. But the upper lip was incredibly painful for like the last week and a half. I want to start by priming my skin with this NYX Bare With Me setting spray. This has been my go-to recently. I find that it really just refreshes my face and gets me ready to apply makeup on top. So this technique is actually kind of new to me. I was watching a Shelby Wilson video a couple weeks ago. I kind of like took this idea from her. You can definitely use a foundation or a BB cream instead. I do use that on certain days, but I have been really loving using the Catrice One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer. Mine's in the shade 010. So I'll just do like a little dot, maybe like a dot and a half, and then around my mouth on top of those scars, on some problem areas here and there, and then just kind of areas around my mouth where it's slightly red, chin, and then on my forehead as well, just to make sure like things are balanced. And then I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush. When you use this brush to blend it out, you can really stretch the product. I spread that concealer on my forehead kind of over my entire forehead, and it's just a very thin layer, so it doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything, and it doesn't really feel like anything on my skin either. I sometimes forget I'm wearing makeup because it just feels so lightweight on my skin. And this isn't completely flawless. Like, you will definitely still see blemishes and redness peeking through having natural skin, but skin that you still feel comfortable leaving the house in has been my like go-to this month. Whatever you want to do for your base, a thin layer of foundation and spread it out. You can do more of like concentrated spot concealing versus like taking the concealer and spreading it. You can do whatever you want. I just find I like the way that this routine in particular looks on my skin. Next, I'm going to set my under eyes with this Milani Prep Setting Glow Powder. I mean, I use this all the time. You guys already know that this is my favorite under eye setting powder. And the reason I really love it is because it sets your makeup, but it keeps your skin looking glowy, which is perfect for the winter time. Like when you want your skin to still look like fresh, like you can kind of see it when I turn my head like this. It doesn't look like you're wearing a bunch of powder under your eyes or on your T-zone. So that's why I love this powder. I just think it's one of the best products at the drugstore. It's such a boring product, but it's so good. Pretty much use that Milani powder in the center of my face and under my eyes. I will take a big fluffy round brush and a setting powder. This is just the Maybelline Superstay setting powder. I will take a very limited amount and then just kind of pat it on the rest of my face. So the areas that I did not touch with the Milani powder. And this just honestly locks in your makeup. It makes me feel like my concealer is not going to smudge or fade throughout the day. When you're using a very small amount of this, it really doesn't look heavy on your skin at all. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of powder, but your makeup is set and doesn't feel sticky or anything. Next, I like to use a contour bronzer type product. This is the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette in the shade Desert Sky, and I'm gonna take the bronzer and chisel out my cheeks a little bit. I feel more put together and ready for the workday when I've bronzed my skin. And I will take a little bit of this under my jawline as well. And I also kind of apply a little bit on my nose so that my nose doesn't disappear into the rest of my face. Then I do like to apply a little bit of blush. Almost every day I will apply blush, and this is the NYX blush in the shade Terracotta. It's one of their powder blushes. I love this shade. It's a beautiful, warm, bricky shade. It just looks so beautiful on the cheeks, especially in the winter time. Some days I will actually skip contour and I will just use this blush because it has that bronzy undertone that you almost don't need to apply a bronzer underneath. And I also always apply blush on my nose and on my chin. I just feel like it balances out the look and makes your makeup look a little bit more natural. And this blush just gives you this beautiful sheen. It has almost like a gold reflect to it. It's actually really beautiful. I love it. A lot of the times I will stop here with my skin. I will just use setting spray and then move on to the eyes. But for the sake of this video, and because I'm on camera, and I feel like when I'm on camera, I always apply highlighter. I'm going to be taking the highlighter powder from that same duo that I used earlier and apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. I just feel like on camera, highlighter looks better than not highlighter, for me at least. A lot of the times, like I said, I don't actually wear highlighter to work. It's just a step that I sometimes skip in the morning. It just adds more time to your routine, and when you don't have time, it's an easy one to cut out. Also like to apply highlighter to my nose. I focus on the tip and then on the bridge, Cupid's bow, chin, and center of my forehead. Look how beautiful the skin looks when it's all dewed up. Contour and highlight palette is so beautiful. Like, my skin looks like glass. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know a lot of like the great techniques. So I don't know how to do glass skin, but I feel like this looks like glass. I hope it shows up on camera the way that it shows up. It's showing up in person, but okay. And then next step is to set my face. I always use my Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. This is such a good setting spray for keeping your makeup on as long as possible. I really don't like the way my makeup looks at the end of the day unless I'm using this setting spray. So I'm going to let that dry on my skin, and while it's drying, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then I'll pop back on. We'll do a really quick eye look, and that's it. I'm going to be using this I Heart Revolution Revo-Pooches palette. First of all, it's really cute. It's like the cutest palette probably in the world. And second of all, it's full of colors that are just perfect for every day. So I'm gonna be using this today. I know that some of you guys ask about brushes. Just to throw this in really quickly, the three that I use almost every day: this blending brush from Alter Ego, it's just your basic blending brush; this smudger brush from e.l.f., and then I also use this e.l.f. detailed crease brush, which is a very tiny brush, but it's really perfect for the outer corner. So I'm gonna start by taking the shade Boop. I'm gonna use that Alter Ego brush, and I'm going to blend this into my crease. It's the perfect like rosy pink crease shade. Reminds me of a little dog nose. It's so cute. I'm also going to apply that color to my lower lash line as well. Just gonna buff it in. And then I'm going to take that e.l.f. detailed crease brush that I showed you, and I'm gonna take the shade Roll Over, which is this kind of like rosy tone brown shade. I'm going to start applying this one on the outer corner of my eye, and I will just blend this shade all the way up until it hits like that crease area. I'm also going to take some of that Roll Over shade on my lower lash line, kind of sticking to the outer half, not moving to the inner corner like I did with the Boop shade. I'm going to take more of Boop and kind of blend Roll Over and Boop together. And some days I will stop there, throw on mascara, run out the door, but for this video I'm going to add a little bit of Bark. I'm just going to take the same detailed crease brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to start blending this one into the outer corner as well, but not taking it quite as high up as I did with Roll Over. Just like right on the outer corner. It just adds a little bit more depth to your eye look, and it makes your lids look a little bit more 3D, I guess. Okay, whenever I do this lid, I have to like kind of shut my eye. My right eye, I feel like my prescription is off on my contact lenses and I cannot see. So if this eye is always like messy and not blended, it's because I can't see it. You can already tell that kind of just added a little bit more dimension to my lids. Last, I'm going to take a little bit of Puppy Love with the e.l.f. Precision Blending Brush. I oftentimes skip this step, like definitely I skip it. I don't feel like you need to line your eyes, but when I do have time in the morning, I will do it. I'm just going to smudge this shade really, really close to my lash line. Also going to add Puppy Love to the lower lash line, just on the outer corner, because that gives my eyes more of a almond shape to them, and it kind of opens them up more. It makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. And that's pretty much it for the eye look. The last thing is inner corner. I sometimes switch between Walkies, which is more gold, and Fetch. Oh my god, Fletch. I think today I'm going to use Fetch. Just using my finger. I just dab it into the inner corner and then I kind of blend it onto the lid. And again, that just helps to open up my eyes a little bit more. I'm going to just pop on some mascara, add some lip color, and then we're done. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lipstick in the shade Soft Spoken. It's the perfect nude lip color. I love it. It's like the perfect My Lips But Better shade. I love this shade so much. I think it's so beautiful and natural looking. It actually works really well with the colors on the eyes. Okay, that sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like this kind of glossy winter inspired makeup look. Thank you guys so much for following along with the 12 days of Christmas. I hope you have enjoyed this series, and I guess I will see you guys tomorrow.